The untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing game's been missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, I wanted to give my quick thoughts on this fight coming up on July 31st. It's a fight that I'm very excited for. It's a fight that, I don't think people are giving the fight its just due. It is a good fight in the welterweight division, and it features two fighters I'm very familiar with, two fighters that I both interviewed, and two fighters that I'm fans of. So you have Conor Benn, one of the rising stars in British boxing. The son of a legend, the son of Nigel Benn, coming off of a really good knockout victory over Samuel Vargas. He just absolutely iced him in one round, got him the fuck up out of there. Just treated him like a piece of trash. So the stock on him is at the best ever been right now. He had his best performance of his career, and Eddie Hearn, Matchroom Boxing, and all parties involved have decided to step up Conor Benn another level, and they're stepping him up with somebody that I don't really call too many fighters my friends, because I try to maintain. You gotta be professional. But I do have a handful of friends in boxing that I would consider my friends, that are fighters, and this is one of them. He comes in the form of Chicago's very own, Cicero's very own, Berwyn's very own, Adrian El Tigre Granados, man. And listen, Adrian Granados, this guy has been boxing's ultimate hard luck fighter. And if there was ever a fighter in boxing that you can look at his record, and the record doesn't tell the whole story of the quality of fighter he is, it's this guy right here. He's been on the wrong end of a lot of decisions, and he's a lot better than his record would indicate. And even in his last fight, he fought on the Andy Ruiz Chris Arreola undercard against a fighter by the name of Jose Luis Sanchez, and it was an absolute great fight, a war. Just a really fun fight. And I actually thought we saw a more mature Granados in that fight. We saw Granados that, he got hurt early in that fight, but he showed a little bit of boxing ability. He still showed the pressure fighting of old. He still showed himself to be dangerous in the later rounds. And he had Sanchez out on his feet multiple times, and PBC robbed him and called it a draw when it really should have been a win. So he comes into this fight still looking for another signature win. He's been done wrong by a lot hard. He's been done wrong by boxing politics more than most fighters. But this is a new opportunity for Adrian Granados, a chance to go to England to fight on a new platform on DAZN with Matchroom Boxing. This is different for Adrian Granados, because traditionally he only fights PBC fighters. He fights under that PBC umbrella. Now he's fighting Conor Benn, and this is a step up for Conor Benn. Granados has dethroned top prospects before. There was when Amir Imam was at the peak of his powers, and people thought Amir Imam was going to go on to be the next big thing in boxing. Adrian Granados shut that shit down real quick and got him up out of there. Adrian Granados has had great fights at Broner, and people thought he won that fight. Adrian Granados has given Porter problems in pockets of that fight. So Adrian Granados, Kermit Cintron early in his career, that was another fight that went that should have won its way, but didn't. Adrian Granados is a damn good fighter, a better fighter than people think. I would say he's definitely a solid B-class fighter. And in a world where boxing was fair, he probably would have been looked after, and maybe could have already been a world champion. But it is what it is. Adrian Granados is one of boxing's true warriors, and Conor Benn, make no mistakes about it, in this fight, he's going to have to show that extra bit of quality. If he wants to be Adrian Granados, he's going to have to show that extra bit of quality, because Granados is an experienced veteran fighter of the sport. He has nothing to lose coming into this fight, because he's already lost so many times, and Conor is expected to win. All the pressure's on Conor. Conor's stock is at an all-time high right now because of the Samuel Vargas performance. Conor has to perform. And, we've seen earlier in Conor's career, when he fought, when Conor was fighting guys like Cedric Pinoid, and even when he fought UC Cavola, there's been Conor Benn can get outboxed, Conor Benn can get outworked. There's still a lot of things technically wrong that he does do, but he's getting better under the watchful eye of Tony Sims. Tony Sims is molding him into a better fighter as his career progresses. But Adrian Granados has a skill set to give him problems. And, I think this fight is going to be the ultimate litmus test as to where he's at. Because, Granados is a fighter that at 140 pounds, Granados was world championship material. He was a top fighter at 140. Never got his shot at 140 that he earned. But at 147, he's not the best version of himself. It's not his best weight. but he's still he's a solid, very, very tough gatekeeper at 47, and he'll give the best guys the really good fights. And if you're not on your P's and Q's, if you're not good enough, if you're not at a certain level, he will beat you. And I think this is a fight where, you know, it's damn near a pick'em fight. I really think it's a pick'em fight. I think it's a dangerous fight for Conor Benn. You know, if the Granados that I'm traditionally accustomed to seeing comes to the fight, you know, I think there's going to be a chance for Conor to really hit him with some big shots. You know, Adrian Granados isn't the most defensively responsible fighter, but at the same time, Granados is someone that, when we talk about conditioning, when we talk about work rate, when we talk about the ability to and willingness to get in there and fight you, he's never lacked that. So if Conor Benn has any lack of dog in him, it will be brought to the forefront in this fight. And I think it's a good style of fight. So I'm not gonna make any predictions. I don't want to be biased, because, you know, this is like truly like one of my best friends in boxing. It would be easy for me to sit here and say Adrian Granados would win, and normally I do say that, and I think he can win this fight. But I don't want to make any predictions. I think Granados can win this fight. But all I want to just do is encourage everybody to tune into the fight, July 31st on DAZN, and we'll see what Conor Benn is at. We'll see where his heart is at. We'll see where his skills are at, and we'll see how much Adrian Granados has left to give to the sport of boxing. Because in his last fight, like I said, against Sanchez, I thought he did very well, despite getting a draw. You know, so it is what it is. But good fight in the welterweight division. Make sure you guys tune into it. Conor Benn, his ultimate litmus test, the biggest test in his career so far. If he can win this fight and do it in impressive fashion, then I think they can really start stepping him up. But if he can't win this fight, then they're gonna have to slow it down a bit, and they're gonna have to give Adrian Granados some more opportunities. So leave your comments down below. What kind of chance are you giving Granados in this fight? Surely he'll probably be the underdog in this fight. And how do you think Conor Benn will do against someone like Adrian Granados? Leave all that in the comments down below. Make sure you take the time to subscribe. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just giving Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys.